Hey, welcome back.
I'm Adam.
I'm Brett.
And we are
the WALTWINS.
If this is your first time here with us, though, welcome. Consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything we do, no matter where we're doing it or what we're doing it on. And this one, we're taking it back to the Pit Boss Platinum Laredo 1000.
Yes.
So loving this pellet smoker and love the things that are coming off this pellet smoker. We did a couple of cooks this weekend.
Yep.
And one of which was this root beer marinated pork shoulder, inspired by NINJAQUE, one of our favorite TikTokers. We've shouted him out a couple times on this channel because he really does inspire some of our barbecue cooks, and he's awesome. And this one did not disappoint at all. We were super, and we say didn't because this was a yesterday cook, but we had to come and talk about it today because we finished about 10:30 last night.
Yep.
We thought the neighbors might be upset if we're shooting a video that late into the night.
And
so
if you haven't noticed by now, we're not the quietest chaps.
Right, absolutely.
Well, right now is where Adam turns it over to me to talk about the groceries, but all we have here is a pork butt. This is right about an 8-pound pork shoulder that we have. As you can see, we've got it fat side turned up. Adam went ahead and scored it in 2 different directions, making cute little diamond slash rectangle slash squares.
Shout out to NINJAQUE for showing this process.
Exactly right. And then once that was done, we soaked it, bathed it in this 2-liter of our favorite, our childhood favorite, A&W root beer.
Now, NINJAQUE, I apologize. You did say we're supposed to save some for ourselves. We didn't. We used the whole bottle.
We did. Yeah, exactly. We could have taken it from
Brett
the bowl.
said,
We would have got to drink the bowl. No, not at all. So we put that in overnight, and then the next
15 hours, almost 16 hours.
Yep.
He recommends 24 hours. 16 hours was great. But anyways, Brett, continue.
So, there we go. Once we pull it out of the fridge, took it out of the bag, patted it dry, and hit it with our rub of choice for this one. We went with Uncle Steve's competition pig powder.
Man, Brett said we had to do this one, and I said, twist my arm to do another Uncle Steve's shake rub on a cook.
Yeah, last weekend I did the pork belly burnt ends using this rub. It was so good, so I said, you know what, we're gonna do it again, and here we are.
Yes, and we rubbed the heck out of this thing, got all sides. For sure, wanted to make sure this thing was covered up pretty. We cranked the pellet smoker on to 250 degrees. Now, we are doing 2 different pork butts for 2 different cooks. Hence, you'll see another pork butt on there. We prepped these at the same time and got them on. That other one is for a Cuban cook that we are doing, so you'll see that when it's coming up. We got this in the smoker. We put the probe in, and we wanted to get it right about 165 before pulling it. We've experimented a lot of different ways, everything from pulling it, running it the full time, and at what temp we wanted to pull the pork. This one, we just set it in. At some point, I found that my smoker cooks a lot hotter on the left side than the right side. So partway through the cook, they got about 15, almost 20 degrees difference between this pork shoulder and the Mojo pork shoulder. So we went ahead and swapped them, and it really brought these to an even temp. We got it all the way to 165 degrees internal. Once it was 165, we wanted to do what NINJAQUE did, which was put it in a tin with apple juice. Now, one thing we didn't do, we didn't spritz this or anything. We just want to let that bark bite, let it keep cooking over time. So we didn't spritz it at all, and it was super tender. It was perfect. We continued to let it cook until the internal temperature reached 200, and then I used my meat probe. I wasn't looking for another temperature. I was actually just feeling for it. It still felt a little tight. We let it go another 20 minutes. It got all the way to 203.
The magic mark.
Man, and I will tell you, it was smooth like butter, and it was awesome. So we went ahead and pulled this, and it really was. We let it sit for 45 minutes. We didn't change anything. We have done it before where we've taken off the tin foil to let it breathe and kind of get that crust again, but we weren't worried about a crust. We wanted flavor. So for 45 grueling minutes, we let this sit, and at the end of this, we gave it a taste test. Brett, what was that first bite like?
Well, it was like, oh my goodness. First thought that came to mind was juicy.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
how much juice was in this thing. The taste was amazing.
Right, it was, and we went ahead and shared it with everybody, and here are our initial thoughts right off the bat. 45 minutes, we should have let it rest a lot longer, and we know that too, but it was late in the night, and so we just, that was the time that we had. And so we pulled it because we were serving it a little bit then, but I knew that we were gonna also do this when we decided we were gonna do this. The day after, I thought, ooh, let's let those juices marry a little bit longer, and we'll see how it goes. So it was good. It was very juicy.
Here's all that's left. Just
kidding. Was funny, but because even with all that root beer and that rub, I could taste the apple juice kind of stood out. That said, the flavors have definitely married a little bit more. We've got this reheated. This thing was steaming hot, but we just wanted to come and taste this now that it's been sitting. I'm super excited, and to give the assessment if it tastes just the same as it did last night, juicy but lacking flavor, or right now, if we're right in those flavors married. But Brett, like we say, it can look amazing.
It looks amazing. Exactly.
It's still absolutely. It can smell amazing.
Now that is one thing. It absolutely smells so good.
gosh,
Can I get a smell? Yeah.
Smell? Yeah, you can. There's even a little bit of the smoke ring. I was trying to save one to show you, but I couldn't. But Brett, if this doesn't taste amazing, oops, I just accidentally left my fingers. Yeah. If this doesn't taste amazing, then this is all for naught. Cheers. I'll eat to that, my brother.
Oh my, better.
Not only is it juicy,
Much better.
that is. Okay, let me get a fatty piece here.
Yeah, that much better than last night.
Way
much better. So, and last night's wasn't terrible at all. Like,
It was good.
Just lacked a little in flavor.
Brett reminded me I've not dressed. So last night, my first thought was, early on, one of the first pork butts that I had cooked, I had the same feeling where I could taste the overall flavor, but I could also taste a stronger pork flavor than anything else. Basically, I hadn't let the flavors marry or meld long enough. And I will say this, that has now married and melded long enough, and this is spectacular. NINJAQUE nailed it, spot on. And what I like about this one, if you like something a little bit sweeter, but before you, by the way, there's no sauce on this. We haven't added any barbecue sauce or anything else to this yet.
Sweetness.
Man, a hit of barbecue sauce is just gonna take this over the top. But just like this, I'm putting this on a sandwich with coleslaw.
Oh yeah.
We're done.
I'll
Right,
try
Dan?
some of that Japanese barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah. We'll get you to try that. I know it's just a little pinch here. We've got way more inside. What do you think of it?
I love it.
Do you? There you go. It is so good. And we only pay him $10 to say that.
That's right.
So he could have said whatever he wanted to. The funny thing is, the more and more it just sits there in those juices, Ken, it just gets juicier. You know, it's one of those lessons learned situations, and it's like I am learning. Minimum is 45 minutes, but you can let them rest several hours if you need to. And wrapping them tight, keeping it tended, whatever it is that you do, there's a lot of different methods. In fact, we get a lot of advice about what works. And we just wanted to keep this one simple. So there's a lot of different methods, a lot of different ways to do this. The lesson learned is don't put the pork butt in at 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was exactly 12 hours from when we pulled it.
So for those of you that know, Brett and I get together on these weekends to do these cooks, and the first thing we need to do is prep and put these pork butts in the smoker, and it took a lot longer to get it started. That day started than we intended. We really wanted to put them in about 8 a.m. They didn't get in until 10:30 with a lot of the other prep we were doing. So because it started late, we pulled it late, but here's the deal. This is one of those, the pulled pork, kind of hard to mess up. You know, it's not over dry at all.
Very
It's super
forgiving.
juicy, but super happy we came and did this one, and give this one a try. And I would also say this is, and now I'm intrigued to do. I've done a Coca-Cola ham, a spiral ham. I've also done Dr. Pepper in a slow cooker with a shoulder. I would love to do that on the smoker.
Oh, the Dr. Pepper? Yes,
Dr.
Evans,
Pepper.
yes,
So
absolutely.
We've got more to come, I'm sure. But what's your favorite? Have you ever done a soda or a different juice or something abnormal for your pork butt as the cicadas start kicking in here? If you do have a different way, make sure and comment below and we get that dialogue going. Also, if you like this video, make sure and give us a thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. It's one way in which you can support us in what we do. Another way you can support us is through our merchandise. There's a link to that in the description below this video. Man, I'm really happy we did this one. It was awesome. Great process all day yesterday, and they get to come and talk about it today.
Yeah, I thought. Well, last night when we had tried it, I thought, all right, well, we're gonna have to record and fess up and be like, hey, wait, we did something that was all for naught.
Yeah.
And but no, this over time, this set, and it made the team.
Yep,
it made the cut.
And I will tell you, if we did it earlier and we had only let it sit 45 minutes, this video would have been that, like, hey, this one didn't quite work out.
That's very
right. So it's a good thing we didn't. Good thing we didn't film it last night.
Yes, exactly.
But aside from coming to make this, which I'm so happy we did, this banger. Why else are we doing this?
Because all we do is twin, no matter what.
And with that, we bid you adieu.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.